Hey everybody, welcome back. I just want to get this video out, so I might rush through it slightly before I have to, unfortunately, sort of head out for the day. But Arrow just announced their October releases. Now, the Candyman one we already knew about for the UK, and obviously Scream Factory is putting that out in the US. But they had several very cool announcements. First off, they are releasing Sergio Martinez's Torso, which I know has been in the works for a while. I think that's the news on that one sort of came out a couple months ago, but now we have the official announcement coming out October 30th. It has a new 2K restoration of the film from the original camera negative. And we'll have two cuts of the film, the 94-minute Italian release and the 90-minute English release. Now, for the longer cut, not every scene, I guess, was dubbed in English. For the extra bits of that cut, they'll be Italian with English subtitles, kind of very similar to how Deep Red was if you watched the longer cut of that. It has just a bunch of new extras and a lot of new interviews and everything. That is a multi-region one, so it'll be, it's UK and US, so we all get to partake on that release. And again, that's October 30th, and on October 16th they're releasing John Landis's first film. I think it was his first film, Sherlock, which is sort of this low budget kind of just crazy film. Nice thing about it is that it was also an early Rick Baker film, and Rick Baker did the gorilla suit for it, and I think he also played the gorilla in the film. I think Rick Baker, he was like 19 at the time or something like that. But they have a new 4K restoration of the film from the original negative. Got a commentary with John Landis and Rick Baker, and also have first pressing only illustrated collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film by Joe Bob Briggs. That's pretty cool. And again, that's UK and US, and that's coming out October 16th. Also for October 16th, they're releasing 12 Monkeys, the Bruce Willis film. That has a brand new 4K scan from the negative, approved by director Terry Gilliam, and it looks like it ports over some of the pre-existing extras. It does say more to be announced, so I think they're basically saying like some of the pre-existing extras are coming over, and then the new stuff they'll be announced coming forward. On October 22nd, they're releasing Deadbeat at Dawn, and it has a new 2K restoration from original film elements. And I believe, because I think that was shot in 16 millimeter, I think. And it's got a new commentary track on it, and I think it's got some of the pre-existing extras that they're porting over from some of the original releases, including the short films, which I think that was sort of one missing from some of like the DVD releases, where I think like the Synapse had stuff, and then who else put that out on DVD? There's one other company that put it out. I'm blanking at the moment, and they had extras. It's like, so you almost needed both versions to kind of get. It looks like this version might have most of the extras that were pre-existing from both of those releases. Again, also US and UK. And then one that is UK only, coming out on October 8th, and that's Lucio Fulci's City of the Living Dead. And this looks like it is just a packed special edition. It has a new restoration from a 4K scan of the original negative. Looks like it ports over some existing extras, and it has, there's like a ton of stuff here. It just looks like a really nice set. So for those of you wondering, in the US, for example, I believe it's Code Red and Scorpion Releasing are putting this out. And the last I heard, from I remember correctly, is that the files they were getting from Italy, because basically the Italy was scanning the negative and then sending the files to obviously sent some files to Arrow, because they did their own transfer, and also to Code Red and Scorpion. And last I heard, that they were not great scans, so they kept requesting new ones. I don't really have details beyond that, but that's kind of why that is not out yet here, which kind of sucks, because of course I love City of the Living Dead. And for those of you who for some reason may not know, the US title for City of the Living Dead, of course, is Gates of Hell, which actually I think is a much better title. I think because it's one of those where when I was a kid, of course, I'd see the VHS box of Gates of Hell, and that sort of stuck in my head. I actually have a poster of the Gates of Hell release. So what I don't know is that even though this is technically a UK only release, so it would be marked as Region B, I don't know whether or not it'll actually be all region, because that does happen on some releases sometimes where the package will say it's Region B locked, but the actual disc actually turns out to be all region. That happens on several occasions. So I don't know whether or not that'll be the case here or not. I'm guessing not, if there's already a US distributor, but we'll find out, because this looks like an amazing release. I mean, I'm sure the Code Red Scorpion release will be a great release too. I just, but it's like until that gets announced, I'm like, this one looks really nice. And Kino has announced some really, really amazing releases, including the two Night Stalker films. But basically, it's the Night Stalker and the Night Strangler from 1972 and 73, respectively. They're due out on October 2nd, and they both have brand new 4K transfers and everything, including some new extras. I'm hoping, I don't know if this is doable or not, but I'm hoping the fact that they're putting out the two films, that they'll also be putting out the series at some point. That would be cool. So that's coming from Kino in October, and October 16th, also from Kino, they are releasing Trilogy of Terror, the Karen Black film, with a brand new 4K restoration. And I am so excited for that, because for those of us who kind of grew up watching that film on TV and stuff, I mean, like, that was terrifying. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, everyone knows like the Zuni doll story. It's probably the most famous one from it, but it's finally getting a Blu-ray release. Again, that's due out October 16th. Now, sometimes with Kino stuff, because Kino actually does a lot of really great sales on their website. So a lot of their stuff, sometimes I'll wait and then just order a bunch of Kino stuff when they do their sales, because they actually do several of them a year. Trilogy of Terror, I don't think I'm going to wait. I think that one I'm going to get day one, because I love that movie so much, and I think actually would be a fun watch in October. Jesus, October is shaping up to be, October's going to break me. I was planning a trip back to Chicago in November. I don't know if I can, I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing it with all these October releases. That's about it. As you can tell, October is going to be just stacked with stuff between everybody kind of putting stuff. Oh, man, this is like, it's almost stressful, actually, how much is coming out. And then it's just like, man, how much, I don't know how much my wallet can afford of this stuff. To my knowledge, none of these are limited editions. The first pressing will have the booklet, and whether or not the booklet means anything to you or not, some of these I may just kind of hold off on, because I just can't. Now the one I am interested in seeing whether or not it is all region, and I would pick it up, the City of the Living Dead one, but who knows. The Code Red Scorpion one could be announced tomorrow. All right, that's it for this video. Unfortunately, I gotta kind of run. If anything else comes out, I will try and do. I can't do a video tonight. I got family coming over. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.